Hey everybody, and welcome back. So today I'm doing, it's not really a tutorial, I guess. It's just kind of how I curl my hair with my hair being so long. I've seen a lot of tutorials out there that are like for short hair or medium hair or like yada yada yada, but I've never really seen anything for hair quite as long as mine. So step one, start with wet hair. I got out of the shower about 2 hours ago, and my hair has been sitting out to dry for about half an hour, so it's pretty damp still. The top is kind of getting dry, but underneath here it's still nice and wet. Now, as you probably know, with very long hair, it'll take a long time to dry, so play around with this a little bit. If you try and put the curlers in your hair right after you get out, it will probably never dry. Okay, step two, brush your hair out. I don't have a wide tooth comb or a boar bristle brush, but I know those are what is recommended to be using when you are brushing out your hair. I just have my bamboo brush, which is not great, but if you start from the bottom and go up, it's not quite so bad. Step three, grab yourself some foam rollers. So I got these from my local dollar store. I know that you can get them on Amazon as well. I have two different sizes actually. So I have these bigger ones and these smaller, thinner ones. Now, when I want to get sort of more of a loose curl on the top, I will use the bigger ones, but today I'm just using my small ones. I went in there and I basically bought every single pack they had. So you can get these on Amazon as well, but check your local dollar store. I mean, they're pretty. They're just, who knows how long they're gonna last. All right, let's get into it. So first, also have them here in front of you. First, I apologize, I'll be looking down a lot. First, I like to do a curl at the center here. So I grab a nice chunk. I'm gonna try and get some like longer hair in here. So this. Let's see how this one goes, just because I have waited longer than I normally do to start curling. But okay, so once you've grabbed like a good amount from up here, okay. Okay, so make sure that if you do have bangs like I do, I guess it's hard to call them bangs anymore, they're pretty long. Try and make sure that you get them in there. Oh my gosh, disasters happening up here. So because the hair is a little more dry than what I normally work with, it's just a bit more exciting. Here we go. Okay. There we are. And as you get closer to your head, try and fish out that little snap on the end. There we go. Okay, so there's one sitting back there. I'm gonna get lots of volume up here. The nice thing about foam rollers is that since they are foam, you can kind of squish them to allow room, right, to fit the through, right? And clip. Just because, you know, it's so exciting. Especially when you have very long, very thick hair. People like me with this situation will know. Alright, get your mirror, get your music or podcast to listen to. I love listening to Dead Meat while I do this, which I will in a moment. But first, I'm gonna finish the Carrie the Musical soundtrack, which you unfortunately will not be able to hear. So check it out on your own. I'm gonna fast forward through all this because you don't really need to know. Although I guess what I will say before I fast forward is that I like to do a couple of rollers on the top just by like making a nice roller from the middle. So take some from each side. Try and make sure it's semi-even, but also it's curls, so who even cares? Nobody. Yeah, not me, please. This is like poor man's curls. It's fine. Brush it out. Attempt to get rid of the pouch, but whatever. All good. Really, this is like a tutorial for, you know, lazy curl people like me who just do it when their hair is wet and then let their hair do whatever they want for the rest of the time. Hello. Okay, it is now the night. Time for bed. So check in for us long-haired folks. Probably by now, if your hair is as thick as mine, it will feel as if nothing has dried, and probably you are correct. So I recommend at this stage to pull out your handy dandy hairdryer and just go over those curls just a couple of times. My advice would be to really try and get like underneath here, because since they are foam, the air is not really gonna go like through it as easily, right? It's foam, so it's really gonna soak in all that water that long hair continues to just hang on to. So for example, this one back here is like pretty wet still, and this one up here is pretty wet still, and this one here is pretty wet still. That's probably also because they are a lot bigger curls. So of course, if you want the hair to dry faster, make smaller little curls. So like this one, for example, is a lot smaller, you can see, and thinner. There's like less hair in there. It's kind of going sideways for some reason. But like it is still a bit damp, but not as bad. So my recommendation is to allot yourself at least like 36 hours for this adventure, because you'll want to keep them in for at least 24 hours if you want to let them just completely air dry. I probably won't take these out until tomorrow, like midday-ish. I'm not really planning on going anywhere. So yeah, but I am going to help it along just a smidge with the hairdryer. I'll do that tonight, and then I'll do it tomorrow as well, just because I will in fact be sleeping, and for some reason my hair just does not really like to dry when I'm sleeping. Anyone with long thick hair, you too will feel this problem. Yeah, so try and kind of get in there with the blow dryer, just help it along just a smidge, even if... Okay everyone, welcome back to this tutorial that is kind of a mess. That's okay. So by this point it should be, you know, approximately 24 hours since you have started this whole ordeal. I think that some of the ones up here are still a little bit damp, but honestly I'm just gonna take them out and we'll see what happens. I don't really care at this point. It's also kind of hard for me to tell if they're still damp, so we're just going to move right along. So basically, I think, as maybe I've mentioned before, this tutorial is not for the faint of heart or not for the incredibly ambitious, I guess. You have to be probably just as lazy as I am. So anyway, we're gonna start popping these guys out. Go. They're pretty easy to roll out. Now I know for a fact that these curls are not gonna stay this way in my hair for very long because my hair is just too heavy, but I will get a good couple of hours. Here we go with these funky sort of springy curls. And then since I only wash my hair every 6-ish days, the curls will just gradually like work their way down, and I'll just, you know, we'll just deal with it, I guess. Yeah, so with me, my hair specifically, I really have to start out with those like tight curls for me to actually end up with what I want in, you know, a day or two. So long hair problems, I guess. I don't know if it would make a difference if my hair wasn't so thick. Like maybe if it was thinner, it wouldn't be as heavy, but I don't really think that that makes much of a difference. My hair is really long, so it's just gonna be heavy anyway, and there is just a lot of it. Like I think the strands themselves are fairly thin, but it's just a lot. I'm probably gonna speed through this as well just because it's kind of boring, but yeah, so we'll see you on the other side. once you get to these top three, if you want to keep your part to either side, that's fine. Just flop them over to whatever side you want. I like my part in the middle, so what I'm going to do is, after I unroll these, I'm going to split it, which will have a varying degree of success, I'm sure. So let's see what we got going on, especially because this is the thickest one. I think it is dry, and if it's not, I don't really care, honestly. I care not. So, you're just gonna let this guy unravel here. There it goes. There we go. Ooh, that is such a good curl. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And then all you're gonna do is find sort of middle-ish, whatever you can. And you're just gonna split it in half. And plop those on either side. Wherever your part might be. Whatever. We can fix it later, right? And then you're gonna do the same thing with this other middle one here. So you can see how my hair refuses to have anything except for a middle part. So it's still pretty clearly there. So we're just gonna unwrap this dude. Probably I should have made these top ones into like 2 different curls on each side, but I just find that if I do a middle one at the top here, then it's not as heavy, like it's not pulling on my head quite as much than if I do them on the side. But that is a preference for me, and you can do whatever you want. And then again, we're just gonna pull it apart as gently as you can and just kind of let it go wherever it needs to. I'm not really sure what's happening over here. Whatever. And now the last one. Yeah, last one. And hopefully we've gotten some nice volume. Not that I really need it, but last time I did this, I got some pretty good volume, so we'll see what happens. And let's roll this guy down. Okay, now, as best you can, find the middle. And again, just pull them apart. Ugh. And there we go. Now, okay, so at this point, you could come to the mirror and try and figure out what's going on with your part, if you want. You don't really have to though. I'm going to just move. There we go. That's close enough to what I want. Okay, so this is obviously quite bouncy, right? Got a lot of volume up here. Kind of wacky going on over here, but I am the type of person who does not care. So if you really like these sort of springy curls that's going on right now, you could hit this with some hairspray if you wanted. I'm not going to because I hate hairspray. That's just me. You could. And then this is also the hair from the back. So there we go. It's all nice and sort of floofy. There we are. We've got one weird one down here, but whatever. So yeah, it turned out really good. I'm pretty pleased with kind of the bouncy curls going on. Love it. You could also brush this out if you wanted to try and get the curls a bit looser. For me, probably by tomorrow when I brush it, it'll be looser, and then it'll just keep getting more and more loose throughout the day. I just find that's what works best for me, but I happen to really love this sort of springy Shirley Temple kind of thing, just because my hair is normally wavy, but there we go. So again, I don't really know if this tutorial is going to help anybody at all. I'm a pretty lazy person when it comes to my hair, so I don't do this very often, but I figured that, hey, if you're as lazy as I am and have some foam rollers and, you know, want to have a good time, then there you go. Let me know, I guess, if this works for you, if you try it out. If you want, if it doesn't work for you, I apologize. Yeah, I just thought I'd never seen something, a tutorial kind of on really long hair before. So I thought I'd give it a shot, and I don't know, I like it. Maybe you won't. I do. It makes me feel like Shirley Temple, and it's just great. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even if it didn't help you at all, and please like and subscribe, I guess. Bye!